close your eyes and imagine losing the person you love the most. Now, imagine carrying that loss in your heart until it transforms into something that touches millions of lives. One simple act of love, one decision born from deep pain. That is how Mother's Day began. It's easy to think of Mother's Day as just another celebration filled with flowers, cards, and sweet words. But the truth is, it started with grief and the determination of one woman who refused to let her mother's legacy be forgotten. Today, you're going to discover the powerful real life story behind this special day, and you'll be learning English naturally along the way through a story that will stay with you forever. If this kind of content speaks to your heart, tap the like button now. That way, YouTube will understand what you enjoy and will recommend you even more beautiful stories to help you grow your English. Now, let's travel back in time to a world where love, loss, and hope changed history. Welcome to Stories to Learn English, the channel where your English gets better every day. Hit subscribe and let's get started. The story begins in the rolling hills of West Virginia in the late 1800s. It was a time when life was fragile. Diseases like tuberculosis and typhoid fever were common, spreading through towns like wildfire. Communities struggled to survive, and mothers carried an almost impossible burden, caring for their families with little support and even less hope. In this world of hardship lived a woman named Anne Reeves Jarvis. She wasn't famous, she wasn't rich, but she had something far more powerful: compassion. Anne believed that small acts of kindness could change entire communities. She organized what she called mothers' work clubs, where women joined forces to improve health conditions, teach hygiene, and care for sick families. In a time when medicine was still a mystery to most, these clubs became a beacon of hope. Anne's tireless dedication touched everyone around her. She wasn't just helping mothers, she was saving lives. And little did she know, her quiet acts of service would plant the first seeds of a movement that would one day honor mothers everywhere. As life moved forward, however, storms of sorrow would soon test the strength of those seeds and of the hearts that planted them. As the years passed, Anne Reeves Jarvis continued her quiet mission of kindness. But time, as it often does, brought sorrow with it. In 1905, after a lifetime of service, Anne fell ill. Despite the best efforts of her family and the women she had once led, she passed away, leaving behind a legacy of compassion and a daughter who adored her. Her daughter's name was Anna Jarvis. And for Anna, the loss was unbearable. Anne had not just been a mother, she had been a mentor, a hero, and a symbol of unconditional love. Anna found herself drowning in grief. But within that grief, a spark was lit, a fierce desire to honor her mother's memory in a way the world could never forget. She envisioned a day where all mothers would be celebrated for their tireless love and sacrifice. A day where people would pause, even if just for a moment, to say thank you to the women who shaped their lives. Anna began a tireless campaign, writing letters, speaking to community leaders, and organizing small celebrations in her hometown. She was determined, she was relentless, and she believed with all her heart that a single day of recognition could change the way society valued motherhood. The road was not easy. Anna faced resistance, indifference, and endless bureaucracy. Many thought the idea was sentimental, unnecessary, even foolish. But Anna pressed on, fueled by dedication stronger than any obstacle. And slowly, one community at a time, her dream began to take root. People listened, hearts opened, and what started as a daughter's tribute to her own mother was blossoming into something much greater. The winds of change were beginning to blow, carrying with them the hopes of countless mothers who had long gone unnoticed. As Anna's vision began to spread, more towns and cities across America started to hold celebrations in honor of mothers. It wasn't just about flowers or gifts, it was about gratitude. It was about remembrance. And soon the movement grew so large that it could no longer be ignored. In 1914, President Woodrow Wilson officially declared the second Sunday in May as Mother's Day, a national holiday dedicated to honoring the sacrifices and love of mothers everywhere. But what's fascinating is how Mother's Day evolved differently around the world. In the United States, it became a day to send cards, give flowers, and spend time with family. In other countries like the United Kingdom, Mothering Sunday had already existed, originally linked to religious traditions centuries earlier. In Mexico, Dia de las Madres is celebrated with music, serenades, and colorful festivities on May 10th, regardless of the day of the week. Each culture shaped the day in its own beautiful way, but the heart of the celebration remained the same, honoring the irreplaceable role of a mother's love. It's amazing how one woman's sorrow could create a day of unity across so many different cultures and languages. And speaking of languages, think about this. Every new word you learn is like planting a seed. With time, patience, and care, your English can grow into something beautiful too. Just like Anna's small dream grew into a worldwide tradition. Stories like Anna's are not just powerful, they're also a perfect way to grow your English naturally without even realizing you're learning. Let's take a moment to plant 3 new seeds in your vocabulary today. Throughout this story, you heard words like grief, compassion, and dedication. Grief is the deep sadness you feel when you lose someone you love. Compassion is the kindness and understanding you show to others who are suffering. Dedication is the strong commitment to a cause, a dream, or a mission. These words are not just for textbooks. They live inside real moments, real emotions, real stories. Now, here's your small mission. Try using one of these words in a simple sentence about someone you admire. It could be about your mother, a friend, a teacher, someone who has made a difference in your life. And if you want to make these words truly stick, write your sentence in the comments below. When you do that, you're not just learning, you're living the language because every word you use becomes a part of your story, too. Anna Jarvis's dream had finally come true. Mother's Day was now a national celebration. And for a moment, it seemed like her heart could finally rest. But sometimes, when a dream grows too big, it starts to change in ways we never imagined. As the years passed, Anna watched with growing sadness as businesses turned Mother's Day into a commercial event. Flower shops, card companies, and candy stores turned a day of love into a day of profit. This was not what she had fought for. This was not what her mother had deserved. Heartbroken once again, Anna spent the rest of her life fighting the very system she had helped create. She spent all her savings campaigning against the commercialization of Mother's Day. She even tried to have the holiday removed from the calendar. It's a bittersweet ending to a story built on pure intentions, a reminder that even the noblest dreams can be misunderstood. But no matter how the world changed, Anna's original message never faded. A mother's love is priceless. It deserves more than flowers or cards. It deserves remembrance. It deserves gratitude. Just like Anna never gave up honoring her mother's memory, you too should never give up honoring your own dreams. Whether it's learning English, building your future, or simply becoming the person you wish to be, your journey matters. Because sometimes the most powerful change starts quietly with a single heart refusing to give up. Today, you didn't just learn about the history of Mother's Day. You experienced the strength of a heart that refused to let love be forgotten. And just like Anna's simple act of remembrance changed the world, every small step you take in learning English is powerful too. Every new word, every new story, every moment you spend growing, it all matters. Language, like love, is built one moment at a time. And one day, you'll look back and see how far you've come just because you chose not to give up. If this story touched you, take a moment to comment one new word you learned today. Let it be a seed planted in your journey. And if this content makes sense for you, like this video, that way YouTube will know what inspires you and will bring you more stories that will help you grow your English naturally with heart and meaning. Remember, your dreams deserve the same dedication that Anna Jarvis gave to hers. Keep learning, keep believing. Your story is just beginning.